Welcome to Raceway Venray. It's Sunday, it's time for Euro NASCAR Pro. Yesterday's Euro NASCAR 2 race went caution-free. Betting men are suggesting that perhaps that will not be the case across the 100 laps for Euro NASCAR Pro. It's been a great season so far for Euro NASCAR Pro, and they are taking to the Oval for the first time in 5 years. A few newcomers to this style of racing on the grid, but a few hot shots we expect to be right up the order at this deceptively challenging half-miler.
Welcome to a very special place in the Euro NASCAR schedule in 2024, Raceway Venray, the only oval race of the season. And I'm here with an American NASCAR racer, Ryan Vargas. You must be a specialist for a racetrack like this, so what's your first impression?
You know, obviously, the facility is incredible. The racetrack, as you see the Clios going around behind us, it's a multi-grooved, progressively banked oval. I love tracks like that where you can kind of choose your destiny, choose what lane you feel most comfortable in, and, being able to run by the wall and stuff like that is just always a blast. So I definitely feel more at home here, but these Euro NASCAR drivers, they're very talented, they're very rapid, and I know that it's going to be a challenge for me to learn how to drive these specific types of race cars around this track, so yeah.
For an American watching this race, is this a proper speedway, a proper raceway like in the US?
Yeah, 1000%. We even have the Choose V on the front stretch, so we'll be doing the Choose on restarts, which will be really beneficial to me because that's something that I'm used to. But also just kind of experiencing a track like this, like I said, you see it nowadays with the next gen and, even in the Xfinity series, a lot of cars searching around for different lanes. You're going to see a lot of that here. A lot of cars moving around trying to find what lane works best for them.
All right, thank you so much and good luck.
Thank you.
Well, no surprises about the man on pole position. Vittorio Garelli's fabulous season for PK Carsport continues. But let's see if any challengers will rise to the occasion on the high banks of Venray. It's been an exciting year so far for sure, but the wins have been split between just two drivers. That being the 24, Vittorio Garelli, and Liam Hasemans in the number 50. And that is your front row of the grid for this race. Ercoli and Giuffreau on row 2, Vargas and Mark Goossens on row 3 of the grid. Row 4, Dubek was meant to be there, but he decides to withdraw from the race, citing neck issues from yesterday's Euro NASCAR 2 race, which he won. A slightly depleted grid, but we are underway and racing in Euro NASCAR Pro. And it's side by side still for the lead. Liam Hasemans has made the low line work for him on lap 1 of the race. Oh, and Ercoli into the rear of Vittorio Garelli really unsettles the 24, then cuts low and almost sends the number 3 into a spin. A bit messy there through turns 3 and 4. The reigning champion Gianmarco Ercoli unsettling Vittorio Garelli, and that's allowed Liam Hasemans the lead. Ercoli now going low, trying to find his way past Garelli. And you know what? He might have done it. He's got a nose ahead, but that high line tends to be the favoured method. And look at that, he gets it done. Gianmarco Ercoli committed on the low line and gets through into second place. Paul Giuffreau and Mark Goossens going at it just behind Ryan Vargas. Giuffreau trying to get to the quarter panel there of Vargas. Goossens on the high line. He should be in the favoured position based off what we saw yesterday, getting squeezed though by Giuffreau, who's determined to make that low lane work for him. And he gets by Goossens. Goossens now under pressure from Sebastian Blake-Molen. Chrysonis, meanwhile, with Vladimiros Tsiotsis in a battle. Tsiotsis would love a top 10 finish at least. He'd love to try and get into that lead train of cars just ahead of Chrysonis. But Chrysonis has done some oval racing. He's also on a bit of a high at the moment, having secured his first podium and indeed his first pole position at Brands Hatch just a few weeks ago. So I don't think Chrysonis is going to be an easy opponent. Once you know you can do it, once you know you can be at a high level in the grid, that confidence grows exponentially. Garelli, Vargas, Giuffreau, Blake-Molen, And then Mark Goossens all running in tandem. Konstantin Schulz staying low there to get out of the way. The GT racer making his first appearance on the ovals here. '24 car running in that third position, of course. Hazemans and Erkeli have driven away from that battle. I think Garelli, whether it's from that contact with Erkeli, whether it's a separate issue, something not quite right in that car. Ulysse Delso, meanwhile, having a new tyre put on his car, so the Speedhouse number 14 is effectively out of contention. Erkeli certainly has the pace to match Hazemans. He's still a couple of car lengths off, and he has been all through the race so far. He's definitely got good pace on the oval. Erkeli would love to finally get a win on the board this year. He's been notably absent from victory lane in 2024 so far. His team boss at Cal Racing said, come on, we can win this one. He was very boyish and buoyant on the free grid. Garelli with Vargas and Dufresne pursuing. Paul Dufresne is brand new to ovals, unlike many of those running at the sharp end. In fact, he was the fastest driver across the 2 free practice sessions on Sunday morning. So Dufresne has taken to this really well. Didn't quite match that performance in the qualifying session proper. Vargas with his first ever Euro-NASCAR podium in the Euro-NASCAR 2 race yesterday. Love another one, but that was a tag there from Paul Dufresne. Well, he's bumped, and some might argue he's ran. Paul Dufresne has moved up then to 4th position. Ryan Vargas in the top 5. This is still the highest heights he's had in Euro-NASCAR so far, but I don't think he's going to be best pleased with how that happened. Hazemans and Erkeli still disappearing up the road from their challengers. No one able to hang with the pace of these two on the Venray Oval today, of course. Liam Hazemans, not the first of his family to lead a race here at Venray. His bigger brother Loris has done it before. Loris and father Twan are both at Spa this weekend. Twan has been reunited with one of his Spa 24-hour winning cars, a BMW. Thomas Chrysonis, Siortzis, Neumann, Dauenhauer, all fighting it out now for 8th position. It seems that Chrysonis really is the cork in the bottle here. It was just Vladimiros Siortzis that he was having to fight against, but now, well, it's most of the bottom half of the top 10. The Marco Stipp Motorsport car leading one of his teammates in Victor Neumann. The Alex Caffey Academy machine, of course, of Siortzis, and then Dauenhauer, and Neumann goes low. Tries to find a way past Siortzis and may lose out here to Dauenhauer in the process. Dauenhauer with the favoured high groove. Can he get the power out of turn 2? He does get a good run out of the corner and eases past Victor Neumann. Neumann, of course, went low yesterday in the Euro-NASCAR 2 race, trying to get past Claudio Remeggio Capelli. Ended up losing out on the podium to Ryan Vargas with that manoeuvre, and again he's lost out on this occasion. You've got to respect him for going on the offensive. Never okay to settle for a position if there's someone ahead of him. That's the mentality of a racing driver. Battle for third between Garelli, Giuffreau and Vargas. Vargas still not finding a way back past the RDV competition car. Two very famous numbers in US racing going head-to-head, of course. 24 and the 3. UK Car Sport running that familiar number. Anthony Kumpen on good terms with Jeff Gordon. Siortsis on the attack. He's going low as they go towards turn 3. Can he get it done? Harry's good speed through 3, but I'm not sure that run's going to be great out of turn 4 from there. Here comes Tobias Dauenhauer now. Nudging Chrysonis along, trying to follow him around the high line to try and move up another position, and Dauenhauer succeeds. Dauenhauer moves up to 9th position. Whenever anyone else goes on the offensive, Dauenhauer just drives up the track and gets around them. It's a good strategy. But now, of course, Chrysonis isn't going to go low because he's not got anyone ahead of him for position. Dauenhauer's going to have to find another way if he wants to move up to P8. The promotion car seems to be working well for him. Garelli, Giuffreau and Vargas are approaching this battle as well. The lap traffic has generally been compliant, but I'm not so sure that those three will be looking at the mirrors too much. Neumann has let them through, and that might be a clever strategy. Try and follow the leading cars past the rest of his scrap for 8th place. And there goes Dauenhauer. Dauenhauer's gotten it done. Good stuff from Tobias. He made the low line work. He's benefited from other people struggling on the low line. And now he's moved up to 8th position. And look at that already. What, 3, 4 car lengths clear of Chrysonis? Garelli, Giuffreau and Vargas navigating the lap traffic then. Neumann trying to go on the offensive here. He's got Thomas Tuffel behind him now, so Tuffel closing in on this Chrysonis-led battle. Chrysonis definitely has been the cork in the bottle. Look at how Dauenhauer's driven away. Vladimiros Siortsis goes low again. Gets a bit loose there through the mid of 3 and 4, and that could work against him for certain. Two Marco Stipp cars running high here at Venray, and Neumann gets by Siortsis now. Thomas Tuffel having a look at the inside of Siortsis as well. It's effectively single groove by the looks of it this weekend at Venray. But with some commitment, that low line can work. And Neumann is going to see if he can make it work on Chrysonis. He's yet to really make it work this weekend across both races, but he's giving it the good old college try. Siortsis running around the outside of him. Bastian Blakemolen involved as well, but he, I think, is clear of them. Yes, he is. He's actually trying to put a lap on these guys. Neumann now goes low to obey blue flags. Liam Hasemans and Gianmarco Ercoli, the race leaders, making their way through the traffic. Hasemans has been feeling the pressure from Ercoli, but he's been navigating well, and there you see the lap traffic's really worked in favour of Hasemans on that occasion. Unfortunately, Lux Motorsport's Liam Lambert is in. Lambert, who has some short oval racing experience. This was his Euro NASCAR debut, has previously raced with Jack Davidson in Mini Challenge, but ending this race early by the looks of it. Chrysonis, Siortsis and Neumann still going at it. Thomas Chrysonis has not put a foot wrong in this race. He's just kept that defensive guard up. Auenhauer is the better part of half a lap clear now, since getting past a few laps ago. But clearly Chrysonis' race pace perhaps isn't there, but he's managing it well. Siortsis was very close to the fender on that occasion. Approaching the closing stanza of the race. 100 laps, of course, the scheduled duration. Extra laps can be added under caution. We're yet to see a pause in either of our two races so far. We've stayed green here at Venray across both races. Neumann giving a tap there to Vladimiros Siortsis. Meanwhile, Dufro and Vargas going at it. Vittorio Garelli still just ahead of them as well. We ride on board with Vargas in the 3F racing car. Dufro gets loose there. That's an opportunity for Vargas. Vargas goes through. Dufro just lost grip on the right front there, mid-corner. And Vargas says, thank you very much, see you later. Now, can Vargas summon the pace up to get to the rear of Garelli and challenge for a podium? Garelli has about a second over Vargas at the moment. Chrysonis wishes he's had a second of advantage over anybody at any point. Tefel spins. And that is a caution. He did well to not hit anything. Thomas Tefel brings out the caution flag. Now we're on about lap 90 of this race, so they may add some extra laps to this one now. Indeed, I understand distance is up to lap 104, and we're on lap 99. They power out of the turns 1 and 2. Already going back to single file there. No one really on the offensive through 3 and 4. Ercole doesn't look like he's got the pace to match Hazeman's coming back to green. Dufro has got past Garelli as well, so Paul Dufro is up to 3rd position. Juice cone working in his favour. Across the line they go. Can Garelli try and salvage a podium? He's had a couple of unfortunate runs this year. It's really been win or stumble this year for Garelli. And this one looks like it might end up being a stumble. Ercole closing back in on Hazeman's. A late rally, perhaps, from the defending NASCAR Pro Champion. Trying to chase the 2023 Junior Trophy champion. And Hazeman's add to the legacy, the family legacy here on home turf in Venray. One of the cars smoking as they go to the 1 to go board. Ercole is not going to be close enough, is he? Nor is Garelli, despite the best efforts trying to get past Paul Dufro. Across the line they go. And Liam Hazeman's is a winner on the Venray Oval, like Loris before him. Hazeman's claims his 3rd win of the season and celebrates with some donuts. Race victories then still shared between himself and Vittorio Garelli. They're becoming the 2 title protagonists.
I caught him. What an amazing race. You had to survive the last restart. That was intense, right?
Yeah, that was surviving, man. That was really surviving. But I mean, hey, that's NASCAR, it's best, right? Oh, I need to catch my breath 2 seconds because it was so intense in there. But I mean, yeah, awesome job. I mean, thank you to the team. Again, I mean, you know, it's our home race, but they just give me also the perfect car for it. So just incredibly thank you to the Hendricks Motorsport team. And yeah, thank you to Gianmarco also for the battle. It was really nice. I mean, he tried it, and I stick to it. Really, I tried my maximum, but yeah, we got it at the end, so incredibly happy.
Some heated discussions, though, after the race. Tensions are high in the paddock. And this is why Vittorio Garelli getting tagged by Gianmarco Ercoli all the way back on lap number 1. And they have opposing views.
Yeah, we have the interview, the track interview behind us with the winner, but we have to talk to Gianmarco. We saw after the race you had an intense discussion with Vittorio Garelli. Can you tell me why you were unhappy with him?
Yeah, because I don't like the move in the first lap. He brake a lot early for lose the second position to me and for have the advantage to Liam because he understands I am more fast here today. And that move I don't like because I pushy, because he brake early, and I have the risk to take penalty and he to go to the wall. He don't arrive to the wall because I brake a lot. But if I don't brake a lot, sure he is in the wall. And I don't like this move.
Can you just explain me why you're unhappy with him and he's unhappy with you? Because I heard his opinion, now it's your turn.
Yeah, basically in turn 3. He just didn't brake and he wanted to put me in the wall, you know, because I'm leading the championship. Also last race he was bumping like hell. Then when I was beside him, he cut my lane again and I had to brake, otherwise we all shunt, you know. Very stupid and dangerous driving. And then he comes to me and say I braked early, but it was the first lap, I brake in the normal braking point. But yeah, I don't care, stupid guy, you know. I won't even, you know, it doesn't touch me. Anyway, yeah, I didn't have so much race pace because on lap 30, I had a power steer issue.
Ah, that explains why, okay.
Yeah, I had all the race with no power steer. So it was really, really hard to, I was literally starving, so. But anyway, good points. We go for the win the next one.
All right, thank you so much. Grazie mille. Thank you for your opinion. Back to you, Adam.
Not the only drama on the post-race. Ryan Vargas not happy with Paul Giffreau at all. And this is why, remember, the nudge. Giffreau carrying a lot of speed into 1 and 2 and getting through in the process.
You had a discussion with Ryan Vargas after the race. What happened there?
I don't know who you think he is. Yeah, he come, he push me, he push my head. No, okay, we are in Europe, there is rules. You don't touch drivers. He brake a lot at the apex. I touched him a little bit. He was really wide. I just took the inside, and after it was too wide at the second turn. There is nothing. I had a lot of push. I didn't do like that. He was too much focused on me, and yeah, I didn't do anything wrong. So yeah, but to come to push me.
All right, thank you so much. Merci beaucoup. Oval racing, tempers flare. Why are you unhappy with Paul Giffreau?
He drove through me. I mean, I spent 70 laps yesterday with Claudio Capelli, not touching. We barely rubbed a little bit. Nice and respectful racing, as oval racing should be. And Paul get to my rear bumper, didn't even give me a lap, and just drove through my rear end. I mean, it's completely cracked, my rear bumper. It's destroyed. So we'll be filing a protest. I don't care. I've ran hundreds of races on ovals, and that was one of the most disrespectful moves I've ever experienced in racing. And I absolutely want everybody to know that.
All right, thank you so much for your statement.
Thank you.
Back to you, Adam.
Well, tensions running high, but Liam Hazeman's on a high. He closes in on Garelli and goes into the summer break with the momentum. Garelli, Hazeman's Ercoli right up there, but of course double points going into the second half of the season in the 2 rounds at the conclusion of the calendar. So anyone really in that top 10 could still be a championship contender. Hazeman's winning junior trophy, Tefel winning the Challenger trophy. Two fabulous races back on the oval for Euro NASCAR 2 and for Euro NASCAR Pro. It's been a wonderful weekend. We now take a summer break, but we'll be back in Most. Join us for that one.